The banned piledriver to Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event, once again a hot topic on SmackDown, as the commentary team would basically say the same injury update that we got on Raw for Cody Rhodes. But tonight we actually got to hear from Kevin Owens. We saw Kevin Owens during the Netflix kickoff show, but obviously he was escorted out, microphone cut off very quickly. Although we did get the big revelation that Kevin Owens called himself the real WWE champion. But Kevin Owens tonight saying that he took the belt because he deserved the belt. And now it's up to management. It's up to Nick Aldis, Triple H, etc. what happens next. He said that you don't want him to snap. He hasn't snapped yet, which means everything Kevin Owens has done has been calculated. There's no just acting in anger or anything like that. This is Kevin Owens planning how to do this in his head perfectly and following through with it. I'm going to assume this is going to build to the rematch between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. This is things you might have missed from WWE Smackdown. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. The new Bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, would kick off this week's Smackdown. But yes, there was a very unfortunate botch when they made their way to the ring, as it would simply say LOO and not the full Bloodline graphic, the Tron. That camera angle really didn't help either, did it? But Solo would come out tonight with a purpose. Following Roman Reigns' challenge last week, he would be there in the ring this week to say that he basically accepts that Roman has to leave Jimmy, Jay, Sammy and the Wise Man in the back. He'll leave his Bloodline in the back, and he'll beat Roman Reigns and send Roman Reigns to the island of irrelevancy, where he can finally acknowledge Solo. I thought this was a really good promo from Solo. He did not let the what chants get on top of him at all, and they were quite vicious during this promo. He handled it very well. But I've got to ask the question, is Solo too confident? Like, you're going to face Roman Reigns in tribal combat, and you're this confident. Does he know something we don't? Shockingly, Drew McIntyre would come out interrupting Solo. Drew McIntyre obviously bringing up Clash at the Castle. It was Solo who screwed Drew. Solo was a part of the OG bloodline, yet Drew McIntyre very rarely mentioned Solo. I thought this promo was gold because what it did was deliver Drew McIntyre. I think that's exactly what it did. It told us that Drew does not like Solo. Just because they're both heels doesn't mean that Drew likes him. Drew has not forgotten, but he said right now they share a common goal. So while he deals with the members of the bloodline, he's going to let Solo take out Roman for good. And then Drew and Solo can settle their beef together, but someone else who wants to settle the beef tonight was Jimmy Uso, who came out attacking Drew McIntyre, taking him all the way over the barricade with the crutch. Obviously, this is after the attack last week. We'd then see Andrade, Apollo Crews, and LA Knight come down. That would then build for our first match of the night as the new Bloodline took on the trio they beat up last week. This was a fun match. Genuinely felt like it got a lot of time, but the result would be Shinsuke Nakamura attacking LA Knight. We saw the promo last week. We questioned then, and we're still going to question now, why is Nakamura still targeting LA Knight? He's taken his belt. What more does Nakamura want? Well, that would allow the new bloodline to take advantage and pick up the win. We heard from the longest reigning ever Women's United States Champion tonight from backstage at Saturday night's main event. She would say that this is her time now. Chelsea Green, using the fact she was released, she wasn't hired as part of this storyline, that she is now the Women's US Champion. Chelsea would give Bryan a Christmas gift of her chewed chewing gum, and no, I didn't botch. She called Byron Saxton Bryan. He totally is going to put that on eBay, isn't he? But did you see this dude behind the case? Who was that? And he was just checking out Piper and Chelsea the entire time. No idea who he was. The Grayson Waller effect. Got a brand new look today as Grayson Waller spent a lot of money on the upgrades and got radioactive coconuts. That's a thing. Or maybe they're just green because Grayson Waller today met with the Grinch on the Grayson Waller effect on social media. Grayson's definitely in the festive mood. First the Grinch, and tonight he had Santa. Brilliant. Obviously, Braun Santa Man was there delivering all the presents to the boys and girls at Smackdown. But he had nothing left to give Grayson or Austin Theory. That's a shame, isn't it? Well, interestingly, A-Town Down Under actually wanted an alliance with Braun Strowman, which makes a lot of sense. Braun is huge. Why would you not try and recruit him? But Carmelo Hayes would come out and say that now he wants to run it back. Now he's ready. He wants a match with Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman threw the radioactive coconut palm trees at Carmelo Hayes. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Well, the match would indeed happen. Obviously, not a lot of crowd reaction for this, but I'm going to put that down to the fact this audience saw this match twice due to the fact this show was taped last week. It certainly wasn't looking good for Carmelo Hayes, but Braun would throw Hayes into the ring on the count of 9, and Braun would get counted out. So Hayes actually won this match, keeping Braun looking strong though, so that's quite clever. But this feud, far from done. Especially after Braun Strowman once again reject the musical of Pretty Deadly, only to be attacked by Carmelo Hayes and a steel chair, which served nothing more than to piss the monster off. Someone needs to tell Melo that this is not the time of year to piss off Santa Claus. You just don't do it, okay? A new theme song tonight for Johnny Gargano's entrance. Obviously, a new DIY theme. Obviously, they have turned heel recently. I'd like to wait and hear it in full before I make a decision, but I did ask my Discord server what they think. I feel like the reaction to this, on my server at least, was mixed. A few people saying it was bad. Metal definitely liked it with a cat playing a guitar. A few other people saying it was amazing, pretty cool. Drew just misses everything, as Drew always does. But yeah, this is a pretty mixed reaction. Again, best to wait to hear the whole thing. Gargano would go one-on-one with his longtime friend, Alex Shelley, tonight. It would be Ciampa coming out, causing a distraction, allowing Gargano to take advantage, Gargano cheating in the pinfall, and Gargano getting the win. All was good backstage between Bianca and Naomi tonight ahead of the main event, the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Worth noting, Bianca went to hand Naomi one of the belts. Naomi said, "Not until I've earned it." Does that rule Naomi out from attacking Jade Cargill? She could have just been given the tag team belt, but she opted not to be given it, although she's in an opportunity to win it. So, I don't know, man. They would face off against Nia and Candice in the main event tonight. And, well, we know Tiffany wasn't due out there because Candice had said to Nia and agreed with Nia that Tiffany wasn't going to be ringside. But that would create one moment as Nia and Candice would walk away. Tiffany would take a sneak look at the Women's Championship once again. Well, Naomi would earn it, and Naomi and Bianca Belair are now the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The story of this match, though, was that Tiffany Stratton did come down to the ring. Her handing Nia the briefcase was the distraction that actually cost Nia and Candice probably the match. Worth noting as well, Nia got really busted open in this one. Didn't really focus on that. Obviously, the camera cuts because this was pre-recorded. But Naomi and Bianca are now tag team champions. Honestly, I kind of expected that. I didn't see any spoilers. But good news, I think the tape shows are now coming to an end. Next week's live, and then after that, SmackDown is moving to 3 hours. And honestly, I can't wait for that. This show sucked. I think there was a lot of stuff they couldn't do because of pre-recording before Saturday night's main event. For that reason, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. See you next time. Peace!